everybody. Thank you for joining me today. And I want to do something a little different today and talk about it first. I'm actually going to do a paper pumpkin alternative using this month's paper pumpkin kit. But what I wanted to stress was that you don't just have to do it with the paper pumpkin kit. You can do this with any products that you have on hand. They're easy to make and make a wonderful gift for somebody special. I've made these boxes that I'm going to make today for you, for my doctor's offices, for birthday presents, for everything, for all occasions. But I just wanted to make it as an alternative with this paper pumpkin. An explosion box, a candy explosion box, and a card to go with. So let me get started and show you all how this is going to work. These are just, I'm showing you this because I use these for a lot of stuff. This is the backings to our paper inserts. Oh, and I need my cutter. And I just wanted to show you on here how to cut the paper because I've already got the paper cut. But I wanted to show you how, just in case you didn't know. So for this, the bottom of your box, you're going to need a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, right? So what we want to do is we want to cut, I hope you can see this in my thing. So we want to, at 4, line it up at the 4-inch mark. All right, so we're going to, let me bring my cutter up to the top. I'll start at the top. All right, so we have it on 4. Make sure it's butted up against the edge. And we're going to cut down to the 4-inch mark. So we're going to cut down. And there's a little indent right there, too, that tells you when you're on the 4. All right, and then we're going to pick it up. And we're going to come down to the 8. And put it back down again. And then we're going to cut all the way down to the end of the paper. Okay, then we're going to lift this up. And we're going to turn it around. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to line it up at the 4-inch mark. And we're going to cut up here to the 8. Pick up our thing. Bring it up to the 4. And put it down. And then cut. I love this trimmer because it can do this. Now you can score if you like and then cut. You can cut with scissors if you don't have this trimmer or a trimmer that will do this. So now you just cut to meet your lines and then you take the little 4-inch squares out and use them for something else. Pick it up, bring your blade down and cut. So we're going to leave ourselves with a cross right here, right? So line up at the 4. And we'll come up to the 8 here. Pull out our little corner. Bring it up to the 4. And cut up to there and bring out that corner. Now you need this one. This is our 12-inch piece of paper. And then what you do is you score. So I'm putting my blade down there so I don't use it by accident. And I'm just going to put a little score line there. It just puts an indent where you want to fold it. That's 2. I could have done this while I was cutting. Didn't think about it. I should have. And then 4. Now what you want to do is do the same thing with a 9-inch square. So I've cut this down to 9 inches. Now I have scored this just so as I can show you. I don't know where my big scissors are. Right. I had them earlier. There they are. Just so as I can show you that you don't have to have a trimmer. You can just use your scissors and cut off a 3-inch corner. Measure up. You can draw a line. You don't even have to score a line there, right? Cut off your corners. So that's what we're going to be doing all the way around. We're going to be making a plus. Let me do it here. With the 9-inch one as well. Okay? So you can use any colors that go with your theme or colors the person that you're giving it to likes, blah, blah, blah. So let me put this aside because I'm not actually going to use these. I'm going to show you what I've done. All right. So now, this is the bottom of our box. And I am using, is that soft seafoam? No. No, it's Seaside Spray. I knew it was something to do with Seaside. Right. So this is my 12-inch that I've cut down. Now I've already decorated 3 sides of my box. Right. So I've got these little ones done. And that's all I'm doing on them. I'm just putting that little mark on there so you can see it. This one says you deserve a medal. World's greatest and number 1. And then we're going to do this one. Okay, so what I've done is I have taken and just splattered them everywhere. All right, so I need that, and I've lost the blue and another gold. Just took it off of here. There we are. All right, so I've cut out, I used a circle punch that I have. It's an old circle punch. This is 1 3/8. Use what you have, like I said. This came in the kit, and it was 1 length, and I cut it in half, right? I've cut this in half, and then I just cut a banner cut in there. It's real easy to do a banner cut. Let me actually show you. Yeah, I can use this. I'll just take a piece of this blue and show you. Right. So we would just take, say, we're going to cut this off, right? We cut up the middle, right? Or as close to the middle as you can get it, right? And then we're going to cut from the corner across, take that out, and then from that corner to there. And that gives you your banner cut, okay? So I've cut one of these lengths in half because I'm only using half. Right, and I stamped this with using the stamp set that came in this month's Paper Pumpkin with You're the Best. So we're going to glue that on there. And I'm just going to use some liquid glue. If it's not frozen, I'm like, ooh, that came out really quick. I'm right below a fan here and the vents, the air conditioning vent. And it is cold. That bottle is cold. Oops. Too much glue on here. Right, anyways, what I did was that, right? Just put that on there. And I already have a couple of dimensionals on the back. So I want to see where the bottom is, right there. I'm going to stick some glue on the bottom again. Closed it. There. I'm going to take our gold little pieces and turn them upside down here. And I'll pick this up just so as I can see what I'm doing on this one. Make sure they're both on the bottom. Right, move them over to adjust them as you need. Okay, so that's pretty good, like right there. Right, take the backs off of our dimensionals. And then we're going to stick, now make sure that you're sticking it up the way so you're looking at it the right way. And it's going like that. You don't want it that way because it'll be upside down. All right, so we're going to put it in the center here and layer it down. That should be good. That's fine. Right. So now this is the bottom of our box and the innards. So what I have is a bucket of candy, and I've already got it prepared. Okay, what I did was I've put a little label on each piece of candy. This calls for celebration, world's greatest, number 1, you're the best, world's greatest, you deserve a medal, something on each one, right? And then I have my tear and tape, which we're going to tear off, and we're going to stick so it's readable, put it the right way, like there. Same with this. Just strip it off and then put that like right there. I just have double-sided tape on the back. You can use snail, you can use any kind of tape that you have that will hold this to your paper gently. And I'll put a Hershey bar on next. So we'll stick that there. And then I will do a York peppermint pate. Right, oops. And we'll put that at the bottom. And a Mr. Goodbar. You can use whatever candy you like, or you could put in here whatever you like. It doesn't have to be candy. I made my sisters and others, not just my sisters. I've made a lot of these boxes, explosion boxes with photographs or memories. Just put little bookmarks and little pieces of cardstock with a ribbon on them with sayings written on them and different things. So there is our bottom. Right, so we're going to pick this up and it will have all of our things like so. Right, so that's our bottom layer. The next layer I already have done, but I'm going to show you. Okay, this. What I did was I took a piece of our white backing from our DSP, our Designer Series paper, and I've cut it to 9 inches, cut it out, put my little pieces of candy on there. Obviously they have to be smaller than this one, so that hence this is 9 inches and smaller candy. On the other side, so you can see this is the Tolle Tidings paper. I've took 4 pieces of 3 inch by 3 inch of the Argyle this card and cut it down to put it on there. So now all you have to do is take some glue and put it on the bottom. So nobody will ever see this and know that it's a piece of cardstock paper that you get in your papers. Right, so we're going to put that down. I will have all the measurements and everything for this on my blog. So then what I've done is I took a 2x2 acetate box. So you take all this plastic film off it, so it stayed nice and shiny for you. And then you kind of form it into the box, so you have to bend it a little. Just push it. Make sure all your things are bent in. Bend them down, bend them up, over, like so, until you get your box made. Bend that down. Bend it back, forward. Let's put it in there like so. Then the bottoms, you do the same way. You just fold them in, up, oops, in and up, in and up. So we put these 2 in first, then we fold this one down and we tuck that piece right inside there. Well, like that. Maybe I'll undo the top and poke it into place. Is it in? No, not done. There we go. All right. Then I took candy, put it in here too, right? And we're going to put this little box in the center of the big box, like that, okay? So I already have it filled with candy. I got little miniatures and the Heath bars like these, and that's going like in there. But first I wanted to decorate, of course. So I took some of the blue and I wrapped it around like so. And then I took some of the Argyle and cut it down. This is actually 8 inches around, so 8.5 inches is fine. So I've cut a piece of my cardstock. And I've centered that there, like this. And brought it around and glued it. Okay, so that's how you do this box. Then you can scrape that off, and I have it right here. Okay, so you just tuck your lip. Where's the top? There's my top. So I'm going to put it in my box like so. You can put something on there too, like a saying and stuff as well. So there's your box, right? Now we need a lid. Okay, so we'll set this aside for now. And I'm going to bring over my lid. I'll explain what I've done, but I will have all the instructions on my blog. This is a 6x6 piece of cardstock, scored at 1 inch on all 4 sides. And then I have cut up, then mitered the flap, mitered that flap, turn it around, cut up, mitered this flap and that flap, right? Then all we're going to do is I'm going to decorate it first. I have taken another piece of our scrap. This one went to the tropical paper. And I'm going to put that like so. So we're going to glue it. Put some glue on there. You use what you have. Like, I love these, using my leftover pieces from my DSP that I buy. Oh, let me show you. Here, look. I am making this box, right? I'm going to make me a advent calendar. So all this that's covering my, well, this is the thick foam board. And then I covered it with the glossy, this white stuff. I've covered it all. So it comes in handy. I use it for a lot of stuff. But yeah, that was one thing I'm actually just working on. So okay, that's down. Then what I wanted to do was put these on the sides like so. So we're going to do that too. Just put some glue on them. It's best to do all this before you actually put your box together, of course. It's a lot easier. Sometimes I forget. And put it here. And I'll just keep talking while I'm doing. I will have the measurements 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4 that way of the argyle pattern in the kit. But like I said, if you don't have that kit, you use whatever paper you've got and make you a pretty box, a pretty gift for someone. Right, 4th side. If you look on my Facebook page, I have some more that I've made recently. So I have some real old ones I made, like for my sisters and things. When I first found this design, I love making explosion boxes. This one's fairly simple. If you're making one with lots of photographs and memories and stuff like that, it's a little more difficult. Takes longer. It's not difficult. It just takes longer to do. None of this is difficult. It's so easy. Right, I'm just going to hold on to this for a minute, let it set. And then this too, I'm going to rub it right up into the corner, wipe that off, and hold it till it adheres really okay. Now this side, in and in. Make sure they're stuck good. Put some glue there. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. Bounce it around, get it on the edges. There. Right. Hold it. And then this one, I'm going to bring it up again. Hold it. Husband and I are going away for our anniversary tomorrow. I'm going away for a long weekend. My daughter-in-law and granddaughter are coming over to pet sit. We have one cat, and he's rather old and set in his ways. He does not like people, and he knows them. Doesn't like them too much, but he'll handle it. Right, so then what I did was I took 4 little scraps of the argyle paper, and I think it was about 1 3/4 inches, and I'm going to just like stick that over the edge so I can trim it off. All right. It's not necessary. I just wanted another little bit of color on here. So, and there. Just make sure it's over the edge so you can trim it and trim it. And then this. I'm not going to cut that because I can trim the edge off. So that should be good. I can see it's like wonky, as I call it. I've got a wonky piece. All right. It's good. Cut that off when I'm done. And I should have two more if I can find them. There they are. Okay. Oops. Stay over there. Put you there and over the edge. And another one. You can make these with flowers. You can make them with, I made one with bees. Made one with the ferns, the forever ferns. Had leaves all over it. That's not got enough glue on there. All right. In this one, I have You Deserve a Medal. I'm going to just stick it there. And what I did was I just cut a piece of paper smaller than this. And I've got dimensionals between it. So it's going to stick it up. So, just made my own little embellishment. Same with that. I put some dimensionals in there. So, bring you up. Just hold that in place for a sec. Let's see if we can trim these off. 1, 2, 3. I like it upside down better, but I'm on an angle. 4, 5. Don't know why I'm counting. I think I've done one twice. 7. Oh, no, there's 8. Okay. So I knew I had 8. All right. So, there is our lid. Cool. So, sometimes you need 2 hands to do this part, but it shouldn't be too difficult. We hold it up. Don't let go. And then we'll grab our lid and we'll just stuff it all in like so. Right? So there is your explosion box. Right? Now, if you wanted to, you could tie a ribbon around it. Or, you know, even if it's just around there or something. But when they open it, it's going to go like that. So, yeah, I think I need something on there. I'll put something on there later. Okay, so that is the box. Now I'm going to make a card to go with it. And it'll only take a few minutes. All right, I have a Whisper White card base. And that is 8.5 by 5.5. Scored at 4 1/4. And folded and burnished. Then I have a piece of the card from the kit. And you could use any cardstock or any patterned paper that you have. And this measures 4 by 5 1/4. Then I had this from the kit. It's one of the little pieces that actually goes with that card. So I'm just going to layer that in the center. And let me put these on. Hold on. So we're going to just center this on our card. So if you measure equal here, equal there, and there, it should be good at the top. So we have a perfect, like, I'm doing it landscape. That's the way. I'm not using dimensions. I'm just using snail on this. And we'll put that in the center. Or about center. I'm not measuring, I'm just eyeballing. Then what I want to do is just take some liquid glue and put it there. And I'm just going to dab that in there so it sticks. And I'm not worried about that sticking up. You can use some glue dots if you want, if you like, but it will be down once it gets in there. I could put a bit of glue on the end. So we're going to just stick a couple of these leaves in here, like so. All right. Yeah, I think I'll put a little bit of glue on that one. There, just a dab. All right. Now, for this, I'm going to take my big ink of Pacific Point. The small one came in the kit. And I'm going to stamp the metal and show you this distinctive stamp. It's amazing. This is the metal one. The other one was the rosette. So I'm going to put you about there. And stamp. And pull it up. Now look at that. Look at the layers on that. It looks so real. I think it's amazing. It looks already dimensional. And there's no dimensionals on that. Oh, I shouldn't have shut that. I need it. And then we're going to stick this like right there. Okay? I'm just put a little bit of glue on it. And stick it down there. I don't think I stamped it. No. Yeah, I do need to stamp. And we're going to stamp "You Deserve a Medal" on there. And we're going to get it first time right in the center without my head getting in the way. Hopefully there. Right. Hey, not too bad. Right. I'm going to stick a little bit of glue on here. There's enough layers on the card. I don't want to use dimensionals too. So we're just going to put that like so. Lovely. I haven't made any of the cards. This is the first one I've made. And then I'm going to put that like so. I think I'm going to put this on dimensionals. All right, just so as I don't have to stick some glue on it and wait for it to dry type thing in its place. Now if I can get the bits off, the backs. And that and that. One more. There we go. Right. So we're going to take and put our metal probably about there. Just press it down. And you could put a sentiment inside, or you can just write your thanks or your message on the inside too. All right, so that is my share for today with the Paper Pumpkin Alternate. Or you can use any other products and make the same thing. It doesn't have to be from your Paper Pumpkin. I hope you enjoyed it. And what I was trying to emphasize was this is my creative therapy. I just love making things. And I hope you do too. I mean, I'm home all the time. And this is my outlet. I just love making cards and presents for people and gifts, and I also make things to sell too. I have an Etsy store that I sell stuff on as well. But there's our project for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could please subscribe to my channel, we can do some creative therapy together. I love to chat, and my thing is sticking up, needs more glue on it. I'll get it in a bit. And I thank you for watching. Please comment, please tell me what you think of the projects, and who would you give it to? If you made one of these, who would you make it for? like I said in the beginning, I've made a bunch for different venues, different doctors and hairdressers and birthdays and different things. So who would you make one for? Let me know. And if you can post on my Facebook page, show me a picture. I'd love to see what you create. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll try and get another project up soon. Thank you. Good night.